funny thing about your life is, it's not really your life.
The Bible says, go and make disciples of all nations. But what does that actually mean?
Don't worry, it's not what I thought. It's not an old man with a beard, bathrobe and sandals. At least I hope it isn't, because that look doesn't really work for me.
I like to think of it this way. A disciple, it's kind of like an apprentice. An apprentice, they learn a trade, maybe it's carpentry, maybe cooking, and they learn the skills of that mentor. And if you think about it, that's what we kind of do with Jesus. Except his trade is life, and we're learning how to do life well. But it doesn't say just be a disciple, it says go and make disciples. So it isn't enough that we just learn how to do life well. We have to show others too. So how do we do that?
Well, if Jesus is our mentor, shouldn't we do what he did, right? All he did was he opened up his world to people.
He let them into his life. He gave them advice. He showed them how to do life well. He gave them time even when it wasn't convenient. His whole life was about other people.
When I think about my life, I think about my world,
My own little globe with my friends and my family living on it. And the places that I go are like work, home, the gym, and my countries. And it's kind of nice because it feels like I've got my world in the palm of my hand. And I think that's how we all think a lot of the time. And that's okay,
as long as we keep it in perspective.
You see, we all have our own little world, but we're all part of one big, massive world made up of a lot of other people. And you see, it's not enough for us just to keep our world to ourselves, because when we connected to God, we gave our world to him.
Basically, our life belongs to him.
We don't live for ourselves anymore. We live to do the will of God.
So when the Bible says, go and make disciples, we welcome people into our lives, just like Jesus did. We've got to hold the door to our world wide open and let people use it. Your life experience, your education, work, finance, home, your relationship with God and with other people can all be utilised to benefit others. All it takes is for you to let people in, even if it's not convenient.
The funny thing is, when you let people into your world, it just gets bigger and bigger, and you end up having more to give away.
So open up the door and let people in.